Before we move a single horsepower into our coupe project for 2026, we got a fix that we got to make. A lot of Foxbody owners don't even know they have. At this age, this is a common problem that shouldn't be ignored. Probably one of the reasons why your seat moves and it's leaning to the back. On top of the fix that we're doing here in our Foxbody today, we got some rear shocks and rear axle adjustments we need to make. We got a whole pile of horsepower parts that we got to bring up and put back in the coupe. Got a couple adjustments to make in the rear axle. We got a lot to do in this video, so stick around. Let's get to work. Those structural foundation how-to tech tip videos pointing out some of the issues you might have in your own Foxbody Mustang. Much like we did with the white car, showing you the tear in the middle and some of the torque box reinforcements areas that need to be fixed. This is an area that's been torn for probably years. These Foxbody Mustangs have suffered from pretty shitty floor pans, let's be honest. They're literally just a tin can. And what we have here is an old fix from an old car. I'm not even sure where this came from. What you're looking at is a seat mount bracket. It should look like this, nice and welded and reinforced. On the left side of the driver's side, this is always torn and ripped. And we have the same problem in the white car that we still haven't even addressed yet. And your Foxbody Mustang could be sitting with a torn seat, torn bracket, torn bolt. Underneath the carpet, it's kind of hard to see. It's much like we did with the white car, trying to show you where the cracks were in the floor pan where they start to rip apart. This is another structural problem. If you're going to take your carpet up and clean underneath or whatever, check this out, reinforce it, make sure it's not cracked up. That's why we have the welder sitting right here, is I'm going to go ahead and weld this piece in. But I don't want to be welding on this thing when it's got carpet in it and all the car parts. So I want to do this now and get this fixed, and I figured I'd bring it here to the channel. So if you ever get in your Foxbody Mustang and you see your seat like lean to the back, there's two problems that could be. When those seats start to lean really bad, that means the top frame is all bent up, because those aren't built very well. You can reinforce them though, so you can make them work. And most likely mounting area there is cracked. So you got a little bit of two problems there. So when you put aftermarket seats in, best to pull that carpet back, check, make sure it's not cracked. One more thing to add before we start welding, you could use the same area on both sides. You can cut them out of pretty much anywhere and use what you can use. This one I just got it fit perfectly, and we're gonna measure real quick. Go ahead and start welding. I'm definitely not a professional welder here, so I'm gonna do my best. But we're gonna go ahead and measure once and curse twice with this stuff. I don't think we can really get it wrong, to be honest with you. Measuring skills, from hole to hole in the back, we're looking at about 10 3/4 inches. So I'm just gonna, this ain't gotta be perfect. I'm just gonna go ahead and go from the middle here and just set this, and it's actually sitting right at the spot it needs to sit. It's not a very hard fix if you got a welder, a little bit of grinder. This is one of those structural things, just like the one here in the middle of this floor pan. And of course your torque boxes that we talk about on the channel all the time. Kind of one of those important things that need to be handled. It's not really a fix you want to do with a full interior, but if you're careful, you can get it done. I think these are rear seat braces, like from the factory, riveted in. I don't remember seeing those at all. Check that out. This glass cleaner is probably some of the best glass cleaners I ever used. This is that sprayway stuff. This stuff works really good. We've actually got this in a 2-pack from Home Depot. You remember this car had been painted and there was a whole bunch of overspray that got underneath of this stuff, that the area that they taped off. And coupe was painted by an ATEX student here locally. He did a really nice job for the shop. One of the first jobs he did for him, and we had a whole roof that needed to be fixed and a cowl panel that needed to be fixed. You know, doing this fix here for the seat is one of the many little things that you can do on your car, getting your shit out the jack stands, and some of those important things to build momentum. We didn't do too bad of a job. I'm gonna grind a little bit more and put some engine paint on it so it doesn't rust, but it's one less thing we gotta worry about. So you would think razor blades would actually cut the back glass. A really sharp razor blade, it won't scratch your window at all, as long as you're careful, nice and sharp. You got all the overspray off. It was all down in here. You could just take it and you can see some of the garbage off of it. I think we won't even really have to change the stud like we had thought. We'll just clean the threads up with a thread chaser or what have you. But I'll be able to put my little Kirky seats back in here and not worry about it. When we do the some of the interior swap, you'll see the brackets that Team Z gives us. They're super lightweight and they mount up to the Kirky seats, which actually have pad on there. They're actually pretty comfortable, to be honest with you guys. I mean, some people are like, oh, that's a racing seat, whatever, but they're actually pretty comfortable. I wouldn't mind driving in them for long periods of time. The padding makes it doable, but we're pretty much done with that part. I'll go back over it with a little bit more paint. We're gonna move on to the shocks, because we're running with what we have, as we're not gonna be buying all new stuff for the car, for the build. We're just gonna take everything from the white car. We're gonna throw these double adjustable Vikings. I've been running these for years. Super good shock for racing, and I mean, not so much for the street. They make a Berserker and a Warrior level shocks that are meant more for the street, and we're gonna actually end up putting the Berserkers in the black car eventually. But for now, we're gonna be putting the Crusaders in and the AFCOs eventually when we start getting into the radial game, which we've had patiently sitting in boxes for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years now. I'll be happy when we see a 363 turbo in this engine bay, and I can start really hooking some stuff up. So the rear shocks we're going to be putting in today are our Vikings, like I showed you in just a minute ago. So one of the things on the Team Z cage is kind of nice is this brace here. And this is an area too as well you need to look for torn. We're always talking about that stuff here on the channel, where I showed you the torn thing in the white car. You just seen the seat rip. That's underneath the carpet, you can't see. And back here, you know, even in a hatchback where this shock mount is, that stuff all gets cracked really bad right up in here. Coupe has a nice brace here that goes as part of the cage that comes through the actual top of the deck lid, and that's where we're going to be taking our shock off real quick. But I wanted to mention this. It's a really nice piece, got welded into the side of the tub. Eventually, when we mini tub, we'll end up cutting this back to here, and that won't even really matter at that point. But take these off real quick and get them on the axle. If the stuff in this video has helped you guys, you have fixed it yourself, drop me a comment. Let me know how you handled it in the back with the tub area or the seat. I know a lot of people do mini tubs, and that's something that we're going to be doing eventually. We'll see how this works. We'll keep an eye on this stuff because of the extra brace here. The nut needed to be, or the stud needed to be a little bit longer. Did I what? In the hole and ready to go. Pretty much it. Should get enough thread in there for the back nut, and that'll be done. We got the shocks in, and you notice that I'm gonna have to make an adjustment up here on the upper control arm, but that's okay. We're gonna tighten some of these down when we get the axle and the car up on the lift. But the shocks are in, they're tight. If you notice, the springs are trying to come out right there, but that's okay. We want to put the Team Z ones in. That's going to require us to change this bar angle right here. And the nice thing about having all these adjustments on the lower torque boxes and at the control arm and at the axle is you're able to adjust height and adjust bar angle all at the same time. And that's something new here on the channel that we're going to be doing here in 26 and learning, and you guys will be able to follow along. So that's pretty much all we got for the video. Well, we'll go back in the back and I'll show you real quick. We were going to put the axle in the white car, but we just don't have enough time at this point. You know, maybe we'll have some time tomorrow and start taking the transmission and all the back stuff apart and making a game plan in that next video to just pull it out from underneath the car. But we still got a whole pile of stuff that we got to figure out what we're doing here with the coupe so we can continue moving forward with our progress. Guys, we're not building horsepower here today. That's just the way it is. We're building a foundation. This is one of many videos that we're going to have with the coupe and the white car and the black car. And, you know, sometimes it's not all burnouts and fireworks, you know, sometimes it's doing raw work like this and just having progress to getting your car off the jack stands. But get some motivation, get some discipline, get out in the garage, get some of this work done and gain a little momentum. That's pretty much all I got for the video today. Let me know in the comments below if you fixed your seat and your floor pan like that. That's something that's hiding. It's probably cracked at this age if you've never even seen it. Just much like with the white car and the crack in the middle and tearing, these cars are just tearing themselves apart. But we're making progress. And that's all that matters here on the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, consider subscribing. Check out that join button. Become a member of the channel for a month. It helps to go to do things like this. But outside that, I just appreciate you guys for watching. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one.